everyone, I'm going to make a quick video to let you know what utensils I use when I'm using watercolour. I traditionally like to use a nice smooth grain when I use paper, but I tend to use whatever paper I have lying around. My current sketchbook is the Langton Not Cold Press sketchbook. You can see here, I usually don't use a ring spiral, but it was on sale, and when you're self-employed and you're paying for everything, sales matter. So I'm going to just quickly show some sketches between the two on different sides of paper. This is with the more cold grain, oh, I don't know if you can see, this is with the more grainy side. You can see there's more ridges available to you. I'm not quite a big fan of ridges, you can see it more in person. And then the opposite side of things, also a spider died on it, so it came to a bitter demise. And this is a nice smooth grain. You can possibly see a bit better. You see it's not so lumpy and bumpy. So that's how I use my watercolour paper. That's what I'm currently using. I'm nearly full with that sketchbook, and I'll post on my Instagram the whole thing. I'm currently using these watercolour pens. These come in packs of 3 usually. They're made by different companies, but I've got Pentel, which is made in Japan. They've got 3 different brushes. Make sure you clean them, because I made the mistake of not really cleaning them well, so now they're a little bit mucky, but they come in a more 3 different grades. I had to chop this one because I got it wedged and it went funny, but it makes a nice, more chiselled look to my watercolour. So I'll actually, if I buy more, I'll probably still use that one because it makes quite a nice change. Now my watercolour palette is Winsor & Newton, and I have used Winsor & Newton, well, I've had this watercolour palette for about 7 years, and I've only ever had to replace the white. It's really mucky because it's just been used for many years and it comes everywhere with me. It folds out, which is, as you can tell, it's well used. These are my watercolour trays, so mixings. They do come out, which is really good in case you want to wash them, because sometimes they will end up looking a bit brown. And this is the colour arrangement. This isn't possibly how it's laid out. It got knocked off the table once, and these little trays came out everywhere. I'm going to see if I can take one out for you. So they come, you can get refillable ones, and they usually have what the colour number is on the side. So this is burnt sienna, which is a brownish colour, but it's got a brown red. It makes quite a nice colour when I do Belle's hair. Obviously I like to mix my colours because you get a richer look overall. So if you use a straight one, although it's good, if you mix different colours, like if you use yellows and blues to make greens, you get a nicer, more varied palette the way that looks. I also like to finish off my drawings with a white gel pen. Sometimes I end up getting overzealous, and a part that I want to keep white, like the little pupils on their eyes, I like the highlights in their eyes, I paint over, and I don't like it. You want to add the extra zhuzh. I like to use a gel pen. Any gel pen will do. This is a Uniball because it was the one that was closest to the till when I was checking out at the time. I also use Coloraze pencils to do my lines currently, but I will use I'll use ballpoint pens, or make sure if you use ink, that it is waterproof, because I have made so many mistakes where I've gone watercolouring over the top and it has run, and although it makes a nice rainbowy effect, if that's not what you're going for, you could ruin your drawing. So I hope this was informative and it gave you a little bit more insight on how I draw. Have a good day, guys.